if you are writing POSIX shell scripts that is meant to run on most systems that are POSIX, you probably want to check your other commands that you use, like sed or awk, to check if it's actually the POSIX sed or awk. Because on Linux, you are probably using GNU sed and awk, and GNU sed and awk have other flags, other features that might not be available or is specified by POSIX. So for example, we have sed here, and sed, GNU sed has this pretty useful flag, sed I, which is in place. So if you are using sed I, so let's say if we're using sed here to, like, I don't know, I guess replace all hashtags to, I don't know, something, right? What we're doing here is just printing the output of sed, the search and replace, to standard out. But we're not actually modifying the file. If we actually want to modify the file, well, I don't really necessarily want to do it now. We can use I-I, which is gonna edit or search and replace in place in the file itself. But if you're not using GNU sed, so for example you're using Mac or BSD or something, then it might not be available there, because it's not actually guaranteed by POSIX. So how do we even know that a certain flag is POSIX or not? Well, we can actually use man. I guess let's look at it. We have like a P option here. I don't know where it is, but if you do like man1 sed, this is the GNU sed, right, as you can see. But if you do man1p, and 1 is just refers to whether it's an executable, a library function or something. 1 is for executable. You know, you can look at the manual page for man for that, but if you use 1p, it's going to redirect us to the POSIX programmer's manual, which is the POSIX sed. So, and if we, I guess, check here, or that's the wrong regex, but I guess I can use PCRE, maybe. I don't know, let's see. Yeah, pattern not found. Well, wait, am I using the right regex, or is it even supported in man? No, yeah, okay. But yeah, if we look at this, you know, as I've demonstrated, the -I is not in the POSIX manual. So what we can do then is just, well, compare them. And you can pipe man into something else. The default behavior, if you don't pipe it, well, if you don't redirect it or something, it's going to use pager, so less or more. But if you pipe it, I guess we can do 1p sed t. It actually just prints to standard output, or the thing to which you are piping it. So what we can do here is grab the man page for a flag and a pattern, right? Usually the flag here is like the first word in the line. So what we can do here is man 1p sed, and then grep. You know, we have our caret here to match the start of the line, and then we are going to allow some spaces, you know, because, you know, some spaces here, and we put our flag here, right? And actually this we can do So as you can see here, it's dash I, and then you don't want like another I or something, or you don't want another character, then it will match like I, S, or whatever. So you can do this, and well, the POSIX one doesn't print anything, but the GNU set will print the thing we are grepping, right? And then of course the grep itself will return an exit status. So like in C, right, we have a return value that indicates if a function succeeds, or in this case, if grep is grepping something, or if grep doesn't find anything to grep, right? So we can just make a shell script. So well, this first we are going to handle, I guess, errors, right? So we need 3 arguments. Test here is just like the this thing, right? It's just overloaded. And then we are going to grep the man page for the system grep, so like GNU grep, if we're using GNU. And then we're going to use OR here, because, well, if grep doesn't return 0, it means it doesn't find anything. And then we're going to echo system sed doesn't support flag. And we're going to do the same thing with the POSIX man for sed. And then we're going to grab the same thing, and if it doesn't find it, we will echo POSIX sed doesn't support a flag. And then you can make a parser and then run if POSIX in a loop in a file or something to check if your file is fully POSIX or not. Well, I guess I should try it, right? So if POSIX 1 sed I, as we can see, the system sed supports I, but the POSIX not. And if POSIX, I don't know, E, both will support it. So yeah, and well, I guess you can make a separate one for each. So if POSIX, if system, and then you can use the return value of them, right? So yeah, and I keep having this problem where I keep getting close to 8 minutes, but it's actually not enough. So it's, in this case, like 7:40, but now that I've talked, I think it's 8 minutes. Well, it doesn't really matter since it's not monetized, but whatever.